Hello, 6K from Caleb's Tarot. Hope you guys are well. So let's take a look at the energies surrounding this month regarding your love lives. Apologies for getting this out a little bit late. Better late than never. This is for the whole month, and we've still got a few weeks left of the month. So, well, 2.5 weeks, I think. So let's take a look at the energies for Taurus regarding love. These are 9 card spreads, and I will cut the deck and show you the cards. There'll be 3 cards for recent past, 3 cards for the present, and 3 cards for what's coming towards you. Let's take a look. Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Love energies for Taurus. 18. Quick shuffle, cut the deck. And this up. Let's take a look. So, looking at some past, okay, we've got the Star. We have got the 6 of Swords. I'm just laying these outside. I mean, the 8 of Swords reversed. Right, let's just pop those there. Going into the present, we've got the 10 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles reversed, and that's at the centre of your reading. We've also got the World in the reverse. And what's coming towards you? We've got the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. For a lot of you dealing with situations with certain someone that's not over. That's sort of the first thing that I've pulled from that, really. Let's go into it, though. So, for some Taurians, not all, these are general, and obviously, you know, can't possibly resonate for every single one of you. But there'll be messages in the whole sort of thing that they pull you in. Right, then. So, we've got the Star, the 6 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So really, we're looking at a lot of optimism, actual effort in getting out of your head dramatic-wise. You know, I know that Taurians can be extremely analytical and overthink things to the point where they even just drive themselves crazy. But here, I've got a lot of signs that, you know, especially with this and these two right here, to say that you're getting out of your head, you're not thinking too much. You've actually got maybe to a point, especially in the dating scene, where we've been like, okay, we've been overthinking way too much. We need to take a step back from that and actually embrace moments as and when they come. And obviously the Stars there show a lot of optimism and a lot of hope on your part. Some of you have even dealt with an Aquarius. Coming into the present, Taurus, I have got the 10 of Wands. Hello, Patty. Hello, Eric. I've got the 10 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the World in the reverse. Now, the thing is, there's some unfinished business going on with this card. That's the way I see it. And I think that's why we've got the 10 of Wands here, which is the heavy weight, not being able to see where you're going, carrying heavy burdens, whatever. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like it's maybe running into a situation without fully recognising what you're getting yourself into. And obviously the Page of Pentacles, I just feel like this is fragile, either notion of commitment or offers of commitment that have done exactly that, proving just how fragile they are. And I think that it's sort of an indication that some of you could have been running before you can walk. When it comes to the dating scene and relationships, that's kind of the way I'm seeing this, Taurus. That notion where we're sort of jumping the gun a little bit. Because I have to pull the fact of the Page of Pentacles is at the centre of your reading. You know, this is what we'd, in these 9 card spreads, this is what we'd see as the most important card in the spread. And I sort of want to pull facts to see how fragile that pentacle looks in his hands, that it could just fall apart so easily. And I feel like this being in the reverse is just proof of that. I think you've actually sort of maybe come to the terms with not every offer or notion of commitment is actually going to be what you want it to be. But I have got with the World some unfinished business going on with someone, whether he wants a fragile offer of commitment. So it could also be an indication that your journey with a specific situation or person just isn't over at the moment. Sorry if some of you didn't want to hear that. But what I've actually got coming towards you in the near future, I've got here these 3. Let's start with the 4 of Cups. This is really ungratefulness more than anything I'm feeling. Like, you know a good offer's there, you know a good offer's around you, but you're more focused here on what's missing. So it could be an indication that you're missing opportunities elsewhere through not acknowledging what's in front of you. I know that sounds really, really cryptic, you guys, but I think for those who these messages are for, kind of the penny will drop maybe. I'm sort of just being led to say what spirit wants me to say. I feel like I'm being pushed in a way. But yeah, this is sort of like, I don't know, not recognizing what's under right under your nose. I kind of get that feeling with that card. And obviously the Ace of Pentacles. This is sort of, I mean, I very, very, other than the Ace of Wands, I very rarely see any other ace sort of as a definite no. I always feel like there could be some sort of improvement. So I always feel more like a delay with this kind of stuff, you know, especially with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I always feel more like a delay with this kind of stuff. So I'm sort of looking at the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and I'm sort of feeling, I don't know why then, I was just really drawn to the cloud. I feel like flighty, very flighty, not enough substance. No offer of commitment would be of substance. No offer of commitment would be of any substance. I have to look at it in a positive way though, because I've got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright behind it. And you know, I always pay more attention to the major arcana. They're kind of like the trump cards of the deck. You know, they trump the bad. So I'm trying to see the more positive side to this. I think it's got more to do with the fact that, don't get me wrong, you know, this is sort of good timing. Maybe this is more about, or maybe up until what's coming towards you has been bad timing, and this is more about recognizing when offers of commitment have no substance to them. It's not practical. Maybe we're up in the air too much, you know, head in the clouds vibe. You know, like you're kind of in the honeymoon period where you're sort of getting to know someone and it's like you're not even on the planet, but we're not maybe recognizing the fact that a commitment at this stage just would not be practical. And I think that the Wheel of Fortune's come into play here to say the right time is coming. Do this at the right time, not the time you think it should be. You know, I know that, you know, Taurians do like to have, you know, that element of control over most aspects of their life. And I feel like maybe the lesson for most of you here is that when it comes to love, you cannot have control over it. You know, as the Wheel of Fortune would depict, all in good timing. And maybe this is a lesson that some of you just got to learn this month. Not to jump in just because you sort of high in the sky, you know, just because it feels right at the time doesn't mean to say that you fully know someone that well. And again, with that Four of Cups, I kind of want to say the answer's right there under your nose, you know, or you're overlooking something or someone that's right under your nose. That's kind of how I feel about that. Let me get you, that was really critical, wasn't it? Let me get you Romance Angels out and see what they say. Maybe we'll pull a little bit better information from them about this, or others that this haven't resonated with, or get some more information. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, one just flew out. What was that? Look at that. What have I just been talking about? Seriously. Worth waiting for. Divine timing's at work in your love life. Seems like I'm going to piss some of you off now. I know I am. Hi Esther, hi Nadine. I'm going to piss some of you off now. I think what Spirit's trying to say to some of you is for those Taurians that do have control issues are being forced into facing that. In other words, Spirit's saying you can't be responsible with the level of control you have over your own love life, so we're taking it off you and you can do things our way or the highway. And I kind of feel like, as divine intervention would have it, some of you who haven't probably been dealing with your relationships or with the dating scene as well as you probably should be, you may find in the not too distant future, you won't have much of a choice over how it goes. You are either going to be pushed down a specific path, or you're going to be pushed towards someone who is a force to be reckoned with that kind of knocks you off your axis a little bit. That's kind of how I feel about this for some of you, you know. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, what's this? Trust. This situation's calling for you to have faith, Taurus. Oh, one just fell out there. What's that? Attraction. There we go. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Maybe a part of the control over which way a relationship goes, or lack of when it, when we can't deal with something falling apart, and maybe we're too sort of, I suppose, controlling over the notion as to why, who, what, where, when, and all that kind of stuff. I think this is more about you guys. It sounds like you've got no choice in the matter, if I'm perfectly honest. You've got no choice but to learn to enjoy the early stages of getting to know someone. I think some of you may have been dating and actually maybe a little bit too high strung, with high hopes, high expectations with someone that you barely know. And I think that this could be, an ongoing issue if these lessons aren't dealt with now. So for those of you that are struggling to get into, I suppose, a situation where you can date someone quite comfortably, then, Spirit's coming in to say, this is your kick up the backside, take note or stay single. Choice is yours. And I kind of feel like it's literally that blunt. There's no grey area. It's black or it's white. You either do this or not at all. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like Spirit's giving you that kind of an ultimatum, Taurus. It feels very, very stern to me. Let's just put it like that. And I kind of feel like some of you could be coming face to face with a literal force to be reckoned with in a prospective partner, where you literally cannot act like that, or wouldn't even want to. So I've got these your Cupid's Iris, there's the Eight of Wands, over worth waiting for. I have got the Four of Cups reversed over trust. Definite missed opportunity. There's the Page of Wands over the attraction card. I'm just going to pop another couple of cards in each one of these and then I'll hold them up. Just bear with. Okay, I've got water energies with the Knight of Cups here. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Right. The carnival flew out at me. So, yeah, worth waiting for. I've got the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So I've got here quite sort of fast messaging, fast paced, and obviously the Knight of Cups, it is kind of like Knights are messengers, but also, it is the Knight in shining armor effect. It's kind of like, this is what I've been waiting for, this is what I've needed, you know what I mean? And obviously to see the Nine of Cups there, I'm starting to think, okay, yeah, we're moving fast yet again. Fast sort of connection here, but also fast movement here emotionally as well. I do feel like, as nice as this looks on the surface, this could be a detriment considering what we've been talking about, you know what I mean, Taurus? So just be careful with the rushing and the speed of how things go. And, if that means you're having to lapse a little bit with the control, then so be it. It seems like Spirit's going to force you into that energy anyway. Obviously, divine timing's at work in your love life. This does not need to have any level of pressure, control, no high hopes. This has got to go as smooth as possible. As nice as this looks, it looks rushed to me. So then we have got here the Trust, the World, and the Strength card. And I think that this is really just trust the situation calling for you to have faith, Taurus. Trust in the fact that this cycle of failure has got to end at some point. It's not going to last forever. The woe is me attitude can't keep going on, I suppose, because we're missing opportunities, because we've not completely ended cycles that don't serve you. You know what I mean? So being pushed down the path that you're going to be pushed, I suppose spiritual intervention, if you like, you're going to have to just accept it for what it is and have faith in what will be, really. I know all this sounds a little bit more cryptical, but at the same time, I kind of feel like you guys don't need to know absolutely every little detail that's headed your way. You've got a glimpse there with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands, but at the same time, I kind of feel like Spirit doesn't want you to have any more details. Spirit actually wants you to just be okay with the unknown. I think that might be the big issue, is being afraid of the unknown. Hence why the feel the need to have to control every little thing and have pressure added as well. I don't even think some of you realise you're doing it. The attraction card. You will attract romantic love by enjoying it fully. So, you know, like we've been saying, no more pressure, no more control over it, no more getting so serious. You know, this is more about being light-hearted, flirtatious, actually enjoying it for what it is, you know, without applying that level of pressure, I suppose. Because offers at this point are still going to be fragile, but they can be turned into something a little bit more solid. And I kind of feel like that's what the moon is really. This is what you're not seeing. These things can become more solid over time, but that's if you give it time. And then obviously the page of wands here, we've got, you know, being a little bit more experimental, I suppose, with the time that you spend with that certain someone that you're getting to know. I like this is just being a bit more creative, a little bit more spontaneous, little bit more out of the box, you know, and not so straightforward. You know, and this could just be advice as well, you know, for the actual dating itself. Maybe this is about trying new things. You know, I feel a lot of newness with the Page of Wands, and I feel like this is just about being okay and accepting and trying new things, you know, especially with dating. It's like the conformity of, oh, let's go for a meal or let's go to the cinemas, yawn, and all that crap, you know. I don't know. It's about trying something different, you know, go to a theme park, go to a beach or something, you know, set up a romantic picnic on the beach. I don't know. This is just about trying something that you might otherwise not do on dates, you know, while you are getting to know someone. I think the atmosphere and the scenery matters when you are getting to know someone. I think this is just about being a bit more creative and making it special. It's something definitely to take with you, Taurus, as you move forward. I haven't really got any information for couples at this time, so if you're a couple coming to watch this, I do apologise. Otherwise, you guys, I'm quite happy to leave that there. The special offer that I had on last week did end yesterday, but I'm going to extend it till tomorrow. So you've got another 4 hours to get grab a 30-minute reading for 17 quid. So if you want in, pop me an email. My email address will load in the description once this is the channel anyway, when I finish the live feed. But otherwise, you guys, I will bid you all a fond farewell. And I hope that some of this information and advice helps you out. Anyway, you lovely lot, you take care and we'll speak soon. Bye for now.